up at the realtor meeting. I said, great, I'm going on the call with Doug. He goes, yeah, but this is important. I go, I haven't been on Doug's call in 3 weeks. I got to do this. I told him I would. I got to do it.
All right.
The list is still going good. I'm still making my calls. Probably bringing in maybe three deals a week and a pre-qual. Not working with as many realtors as I'd like to, but all the deals are coming in. The clients are happy, and just with some of your verbiage, trying to.
Let me ask you a question about the realtors. You say you're not working with enough of them. So what is it that? Talk to me specifically about that. Where do you get your realtor connections, and how do you court them?
Some of them are socially. Some I have deals that I'm working with clients already, and they're the listing agents. Some of them are selling agents. I go to some of the realty meetings, the realty organizations out of Tampa and St. Pete. Brian teaches at some of them. So it's a mixture of things, but I'm getting more back in the swing of it as far as making more of a deliberate call to call on them, and I probably call 10 or 15 of them a week, plus my 20 or so calls to my past clients, referrals, and old clients.
So let me ask you this question: when you call your past clients, and you have, and I'm going to assume that you've got a pretty good social network, don't you?
Yeah. Yep. Very good.
When you interact with your friends and you talk to your past clients, what is the conversation around your work? How does that ever come up, or do you wait for them to say something?
I sometimes I wait for them to say something, but with the political mess going on right now, everything's coming up about, hey, what are rates going to do? Rates of this, rates of this. A lot of my stuff has been refinances. Some of the people are looking to move. A lot of my friends are doing quite well in work right now, so they're trying to move up somewhere or find a house or tear down. And I have I typically bring it up to them and said, and I make it a purpose to let them know that I'm in the business. Although yes, I've moved companies, I've got a pretty good plan going. And typically, if I go to I play softball with a bunch of guys. That's 12 guys I talk to. I'll get 1 or 2 deals out of it just from talking to them about refinancing or purchase or moving on.
Well, what I was more going down the path of is there's probably a good chance that everybody knows a realtor. In some way, shape, or form, they know a realtor. So one of the things that maybe you could work on this week, or what I'd like to see you work on this week, is in your interactions with your past clients and your social circle, make it a point to just simply go there, and when you talk to people, say, hey, listen, do you know anybody doing real estate? Do you know a realtor right now? And I'm willing to bet you that you'd be shocked at the number of people that know other realtors, and ask them for an introduction. Ask them for, do you know the agent? I mean, have you ever worked with them? Do you socialize with them? Or is it just a sign in your neighborhood? That's not what you're looking for. What you're looking for is a personal introduction to a realtor that they may know. And I'm willing to bet you, for as many people as you talk to in a given week, there'll be at least 5 to 10 more realtors who you could get warm introductions to if you simply make that request. And then you don't have to worry about going out there and selling yourself to people who don't know you, like you, and trust you already.
Right, and that helps. And sometimes that's working. I always ask people who they work with, who the realtors are, or who they're interested in working with, so I can go ahead and open that door with them. And I'm getting really, really good feedback. I just have to stick with it a little bit more because I get off track, and then I end up calling more of our past clients, and then now I have somebody in my office. Actually, it'll be 2 people next week, but somebody's in my office full time, and they are getting me to get rid of all the loose ends, all the strings. So probably starting this week or even next week, it will be just 99% selling.
Okay.
And
so
minimal putting out fires.
If your ask or your goal, well, let's back up a little bit. How many realtors do you need to have in your wheelhouse in order to feel like you have enough realtors?
5 to 8.
Okay. How many realtors do you have right now?
Probably 3.
Okay. So do you have only 3 that you talk to, or do you have
I talk to a shitload of them.
Okay. How many of them actually use a deal a month?
3.
3. Okay.
So because I'm not asking the other ones for the business, which I should.
Don't shit on yourself.
I know.
Nobody likes to shit on. I want to see you. I want to see you this week. I want to see you track your asks.
Correct.
I think what you are is a very good loan officer, but I think you're an amazingly talented originator who, in a lot of ways, doesn't have the energy to ask. And you're very social and you're very charismatic. So why you aren't asking on your conversations? And let's be clear. I'm not saying that every conversation is all about business. I'm saying that you start to communicate with people and you hang out with them. I think it's very easy to lean over to somebody and go, hey, John, listen, you know, in between innings at a softball game, hey, listen, you bought and sold a home within the last couple of years, haven't you yet? Did you use a realtor? Did you? Great. Did you like that realtor? What didn't you like? What did you like? These kind of conversations about probing and being interested in what happened makes it a little bit easier to tolerate, and it doesn't feel so salesy and it doesn't feel so work related. It's more or less just you asking interesting questions.
Right.
I think a lot of the times when we look at our business and say it's not where we want it to be, it really goes back, and the root of the issue is that we're not applying ourselves in the areas that we need to. So you need 5 more agents. I would have to imagine, Larry, that in the next week you can meet 2 to 3 new agents and start courting them on a regular basis if you so choose. But you've got business, right? You've got loans in the pipeline. You've got business coming in. So there's not a real necessity to it. But I will tell you this. In the coming year, rates are going to go up.
Yes.
The market's going to shift. And if you don't have at least 8 to 10 realtors in your stable, you're going to miss out on some opportunities that are going to cause you to start to ebb and flow again in your business.
Correct. Yeah, I realize that, like, right after, you know, in a month after this election, who knows what rates are going to do, but I think it's going to be a little bit of turmoil. I think the rate's going to raise in the December Fed funds meeting, and so yes, that's what I should, you know, and that's what I've been saying. I got to get more realtors, people who are selling on a regular basis. You know, I talked to a couple of builders. I talked to a lot of my professional clients who are looking to move or put their house on the market. So we're working the kind of angles, but I need to get in with some more realtors.
So can you come up with a list of 10 new realtors? Now, you say you talk to a ton. When you say you talk to them, you're not getting business from them, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. I would like to see you take a list of 10 new realtors that you've never talked to before. I want you to go get them from your own network of people. I don't want you to cold call them. I don't want you to use the sign. I don't want you to do anything. I just want you to pick up the phone and talk to your network of friends and contacts, and you do that extremely well. I want you to come up with a list of 10 agents by Thursday.
Okay.
And your goal between Thursday and Tuesday next week is to have called those 10 and used the introduction of so-and-so, pass me your name and number.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at earning. See, I'm afraid of you picking up the phone and saying, hey, I'm a loan officer. I'm looking to try and do business with a realtor.
Oh, no. No, we can do the friendly thing, yeah.
Your introduction really is, hey, listen, I'm a very successful loan officer in the marketplace. I'm trying to find 3 top realtors that I can work with, and I've heard great things about you in the marketplace, and a friend of mine mentioned you when we were playing softball, or somebody mentioned to me when I asked them if they knew a realtor, and I would love a chance to buy you coffee just to pick your brain, because I'd like to get your help on something. And who doesn't want to help you?
Exactly.
And I think your goal should be to get 10 names and to get at least 5 face-to-faces by Tuesday of next week so that you can start courting them, because after that, the follow-up plan is going to be so easy that you can stay in front of them. And I'm not saying they're going to start sending you business, but I guarantee you at least 1 to 2 of those will send you business within the first 30 days of meeting them if we work on this together.
And that's perfect. That's kind of goal that I can get up. And, you know, I mean, my goal, you know, first I wanted to go ahead and make sure I got my my strategy straight. Your calls that I'm on with you have been very, very good. Brian's been very helpful. And now that everything's coming into place, I need to go sell more and worry about the details and the strings of the processing less.
Right. You got to spend more time being an originator. And unless you're comfortable going and knocking on doors, cold calling agents, if that's the approach that you want to take, then you've got to pick up the phone and you've got to call 30 of them a week.
Right. I like, you know, working in with the friend network and stuff like that, and I probably have a whole slew of them. I just don't ask them for the business, which I can, I should, and I'm going to do better on that.
I don't even think asking them for the business. I think asking them for an introduction to somebody who they know. And again, you're not looking for a loan. What you're doing is you're looking for a chance to interact with another agent who you're trying to decide if is a good fit for you or not. There may be no agents that you meet over the next 2 weeks that are of value to you whatsoever, because the agents that you meet are nothing but fly-by-nights. But I'm willing to bet you, if you get a chance to meet with 10 new agents that you've never talked to before, that come from an introduction from a friend or a family member or a colleague or somebody else, and you use the triangle of trust script, I can't imagine why you wouldn't start generating a little bit of activity from them. I would imagine within a 30-day period, 5 of the agents, if you meet with them, I'm going to guess based on statistics, 2 of them will send you a deal within the 30 days of you meeting them.
That's a goal. That makes sense.
I want to see that be your goal. 10 agents by Thursday, 5 face-to-faces by Tuesday, and then we'll track it.
Good. We can do that. Very good.
Okay. So you can email me a list of 10 agents by Thursday.
Oh, no, I'm on this. This is good. No, and that's what happened. I know I've missed it for a while, and we've been scrambling and getting the office and moving it and internet stuff. No, that's it. That's you put me out selling instead of worrying about this. Let everybody do their jobs. Good.
Get out there and start meeting more people. The only reason your business isn't where it needs to be is because you're not talking to enough people about what you do. Go onto my Facebook page. Go onto that Band of Brothers link and look at that script that I posted today.
Okay.
And maybe I posted the other one. I don't know if it was today or the other day, but it was basically how to plant referral seeds. I don't know if it was yesterday or today. My apologies. But there's a script in there where it basically talks about there's 7 embedded commands that you can impress upon people that talk about don't keep me a secret, think of me first, keep me at the top of your list, keep me in mind, call me immediately, let me know right away, that you know an agent who can ask them the right questions before they make a big decision. There are a ton of ways that you can enter into a conversation and make it appear that, and not appear because it's reality. What you're really trying to do is you're just trying to ask people for help, and it's not a bad thing, kind of weakness. And most of your friends want to help you anyway. Most of your contacts would love to help you because of who you are. I think that if you're not having conversations that revolve around, hey, listen, what's the weather like? We're going up, blah, blah. You can have 100 conversations in a week, but I'm willing to bet you very few of them end up with, hey, listen, before I let you go, I've got a task that I'm on. I need to get a hold of a realtor and expand your conversation. How many of your clients CPA? How many of your clients know a good divorce attorney? How many of your clients know a good financial planner? These are all people that I've been able to generate business from over my career because I align myself with them because nobody else does. We can all go down the path of realtors, but think about how many financial planners are out there that don't have a great lender that they can work with. And trust me when I say this, a financial planner wants to have a lender in his pocket because if the borrower goes to the bank to get a mortgage, the bank's they're basically going to solicit them for all of their assets.
Right.
So I work with Merrill Lynch. I work with Payne Weber and UBS. I worked with Ameriprise. I've worked with LBL Financial, and who are all like little independent broker dealers. Yep. These guys are tremendous referral sources, especially when you are a professional in your own right and you're not just a fly-by-night or a cubicle junkie or a phone jockey. You have the ability to communicate value. And I'm telling you, if you're not asking your past clients and the people you hang out with if they have a CPA or a financial planner or an attorney, a divorce attorney or an estate attorney, you're missing the boat on another pillar of business that you can add layers to that insulate you against the real estate market.
And I do call on them often. The funny thing is, we have a pretty selective group of attorneys and financial planners and CPAs in the building I'm in. It's a small building. It's only 16 stories, but 2 floors are just, one's a CPA firm, 300 agents, and the other is a big investment firm. We hired one of those guys' daughters. She starts next week, and he's been in the business 30-something years, and his dad was the mayor of St. Pete. So, oh yeah, we're pressing her hard, and she's a good-looking girl. She'll be a hard worker, and we're looking to train her and break her in well, and I'm really looking forward to that.
So what I want you to do, though, is with your list of 10 realtors, the list of 10 other people in other businesses like we talked about, do you call on financial planners?
Yes.
You do?
Most of it's in my circles that I've hung out with, financial planners, attorneys, and really some other title companies, but some of the attorneys are the divorce attorneys, and some are just local attorneys at real estate game or something like that.
Divorce attorneys are really, really good.
Huge. I used to work with a couple of foreclosure attorneys to get some work out of them, but that just beats me up. So the
divorce attorneys are great because it's a guarantee that if they're busy, they've got people that either need to refi or sell, or they need to buy. Yeah, I love working with divorce attorneys. They're a little bit of a different breed of people, but if you get in with one, they know others.
Correct. Yeah.
So I'd like to see you increase the number of people that you're reaching out to about other pillars of your business. And, you know, the 10 realtors, you can make it 5 realtors, 2 CPAs, 1 financial planner that you haven't talked to before. You're looking for a new introduction, and I think you should get them, or I know you should get them from people that you already hang out with and talk to anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
So what's your goal
I just need to press it. Say again?
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead,
I just need to press the people harder and not make it look like a sales call. Make it look like, hey, it's just a meet and greet. End up, see what we can do, and hey, help me a little bit to grow.
I don't even think it's pressing them harder, bud. I think you really just need to be more consistent. I honestly think if you look back at your conversations, you're not asking enough. I mean, you're talking to enough people, but you're not mindful, and you're not intentional in your dialogue. And that's the greatest misstep. You can't show up to play a game and not have ever practiced or understand what the playbook is in order to how to run the plays. I'm telling you right now that we go through our day and we go through it just doing tasks, doing duties. But every day we are in a file, every day we're talking to people. I honestly think that most of us just skim over the fact that these people are willing to help you, but we fail to ask. We fail to ask them for anything.
Right.
We simply just respond and move on. Respond and move on. Respond and move on. The reality is respond, but before you move on, go, hey, listen, can I ask you a quick favor? And if you simply bridge the gap with that, everybody's going to stop and go, yeah, what can I help you with?
That's huge, yep.
I think if you just make it more, I don't think you change what you say. I think you just add something to the end of the conversation before you let them go and go, hey, listen, can I ask you a favor? Can I get some help?
Ask them for the help. I agree.
And ask them. Don't be afraid to ask them for help.
Yep.
Okay.
Very good.
Awesome. What else is going on in your world? Anything good?
Rocking and rolling. I mean, we got probably 5 more loans to close that I know of this month, and it's just.
You're gonna have a good month, aren't you?
Pardon me?
You're gonna have a good month, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I closed 3 loans the first 3 days of the month. So
really?
It's worked out, and looking forward to our little trip in Chicago.
Oh my God, Chicago is going to be an absolute blast.
Yeah. Yep.
Dress warm.
Yeah, I'm going to pay attention to the weather, but you know, people go like, you don't want to go to Chicago in November. I go, hey, it's a chance to go ahead and get some of the old clothes out.
That's right. Bring out the jacket and jeans. Absolutely. Time to break out the gloves.
Yeah, there you go.
Good, good. So hey, what is your November shaping up to look like?
Really good. I've got a bunch of stuff on the table already, and that's probably going to be as good a month, 10 plus, for November as well. Yep.
10 loans?
10 loans in, yeah.
And if you can't,
and they're good size. One of them's over $1 million already.
Wow. So I think our next call should be focusing on what we're talking to the clients that you have in process, how that conversation is going, and how we're courting the listing agents. If you're doing this kind of volume, you shouldn't have to reach out to anybody that you don't already work with or already know. You really shouldn't be.
Well, that's the whole thing. But most of the stuff I've been getting here, only because I've had a couple of issues with some purchases, time, deadlines and stuff, I've been going after the refis. So I got to kind of, this is the time, this is the month here to turn it for the November, December. And our sales slow down because of the holidays. So I really want to put some extra effort to get some of these realtors who aren't doing the work or aren't closing, go out and meet and greet and make sure we have something to do.
Right, right. I couldn't agree more, buddy. Couldn't agree more. Okay. All right, well then let's circle back around next Tuesday if you're around.
I'm on it. I'm on it next Tuesday, and I'll email you by Thursday.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
have a good morning.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the time.
All right,
you
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Scotty, what do you say, brother? You got my message? No, I came to your office yesterday, and I came in this morning.
Beach house and
I just didn't know.
nonsense.
So what are these people trying to?
They want to buy a villa in fucking Sandalwood out there on 19, basically. It's 55 and up.